Hello people of YouTube and welcome back. So, I thought I'd do a bit of a pickup video. Oh god, I was minging. Yeah, I've got a bit of a wet dog over here. It's absolutely chucking it down outside and she thought she'd come and join in so she's not whimpering outside. But yeah, been a while since I've done a YouTube video. I've not quit, I've not fallen out of love of the hobby. I'm not selling everything up, although I am selling, but not like because I'm selling up. I'm just condensing everything into the right direction, exactly what I want. Still PlayStation 4 mad, still going strong. There's still stuff still getting released now. It's wild, like over halfway through the lifespan of the PS5, and yet still PlayStation 4 games are coming out. It's wild. I love it personally. It's great for me. Just so much stuff, so many good games, and so little time to play them. So yeah, been 2 or 3 months. Lots happened. Life is changing. I've been just constantly working. I'm just constantly busy all the time. I had a few good things. We had a couple of parties over here since probably last time. Gordon Gib84 came over. Raz Tendo came over. I've got a couple of Mega Drive games I was supposed to bring through and I've forgotten to bring him in because he's selling some Swedish hockey games that are PAL exclusives only to Sweden. He brought them over to sell, and I should have shown them like this. I can't remember what they're called. If anyone's looking for the Swedish hockey games, if you know what they are, then you'll probably know what they are. Just let me know. I've got some to sell. We've got both of them to sell on behalf of Raz. That's going to help fund Raz's little holiday fund that he had when he came over, 2 months ago now? Crazy how time flies. Yeah, had some good times. So thanks for everyone for coming over. It's been a blast. We all went to Arcade Club and all that jazz as well. And yeah, good times. But yeah, you're not really here to hear me waffle about what I've done. You're here to see what crap I've been picking up, and yeah, I've actually been picking up some retro, just bits here and there. There's not much I really want retro wise. It's mainly just shmups that I'm trying to get. Mega Drive, Super Nintendo and PC Engine. I would love to complete them shmup collections. That would be great to do, but it's also a very expensive one, so I'm much rather spend my money in other ways than just gaming at the moment. So I'm really happy with my collection as it is. I just buy games purely to play, which I don't have time anymore, which I think is why I've slowed down buying stuff, because just busy doing other things. But yeah, anyway, I'm waffling again. So what games have I picked up? Well, first one is Fire Mustang. This is a Mega Drive game, Japanese exclusive. Didn't come out over here. I don't think it came out in America either, but yeah, it's got really cool box art and everything like that. It's just a sort of a horizontal shooter. I'm not going to do videos. It's a horizontal shooter, very much in the vein of like something like Silkworm or something like that. Yeah, just like an old school classic shmup. Really cool. One for the collection. I've not actually played this game yet, but what I've seen, it doesn't look the best, but it does look pretty cool. It's definitely probably like a C or a B tier kind of shmup from what I can tell. The next one I played quite a lot, and it is in Sector X. But look at that artwork. I just love the artwork on this. It's so cool. Robotic wasp in action. Yeah, this isn't the best of games, but what it lacks in its actual gameplay makes up in its sort of like visuals and everything like that. I really like it. It's very basic, but like very cool at the same time. Yeah, I really like this game. This is a top tier game for me. Another great condition, even coming a little baggy for the manual, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and a lot of these, in fact, I think most of these that I've been picking up have been like really good condition, like so good, so well looked after. Usually with the Japanese ones, the top label can peel off, and I don't think any of these that I picked up are like that. And I've noticed as well, the price of these are dropping down so much. It's actually not too bad. Everything is like almost affordable. So yeah, I probably would say from when I was looking last year, this is probably about 30 quid cheaper than if I was to have got it last year. Yeah, Japanese prices are going down incredibly. I don't know what the PAL situation's like, if anyone can tell me. For retro, is it the same? Next up, classic Thunder Force 2 for the Japanese Mega Drive. Finally got this pack. It's like a pretty much a staple. What's the quality like on this one? It's this one. I'm pretty certain some of them, the Thunder Force 2s, you do get with the hole punches as well, which this isn't a hole punch version. We're trying to figure out what all the hole punch version games are. That would be cool little subset to get, really. But yeah, had to get this for the shmup collection because it's just a classic, and it's one that I've really been hankering to play again recently because it's so unusual. It's got like top-down sections, a bit like Desert Strike. Well, it's not like Desert Strike, but like sort of like that top-down rather than like a vertical shooter. And then it goes into a horizontal shooter, like most of the other Thunder Force games, where they all went on to become. Yeah, really good game, and I think it's kind of a bit of an underrated one in the series. A lot of people sort of like forget to talk about this one, but yeah, one I've wanted to play again for so long. I always remember as well when I got this originally on the PAL. For some reason, I don't know why, but my copy had like a problem with the sound chip or something, where the sound was like 2 or 3 times the speed as what it should do. So it just sounded like a garbled mess. But like the sound effects played normally, the game played normally. It was weird. I've never had anything like that before. So whoever's got that copy, I'm sorry. And then next, of course, we've got to have Thunder Force 3. For me, the best in the series. Absolute classic. I think Thunder Force 4 to me just gets a bit too much happening at once on the screen, I think. Whereas this is it just gets the gameplay just right. Fantastic game. It's got such cool effects to it as well. For the time, this must have been mind-blowing to have played. Yeah, so what we got here, we've got this. So mine, so I had the American one before, which was PAL English, American English one that was considered part of the PAL collection. But this is just the Japanese one. Cool to have. Absolutely love this game. One of the best shmups, I think, on the Mega Drive, hands down. So then next, of course, I'm going to have no, it's not Thunder Force 4. Still looking to get Thunder Force 4. I will get it, but I'm, like I say, no rush to get them at all. But we have got X Ranza, which oh god, what is it? What game is this? Tell me what game this is. It was funny because John Bundy was playing this the other day. He did a playthrough of it, but the English game. Oh my god, that's really frustrating me now. But yeah, this is like a really cool. I won't call it a shmup. It's more a bit like. Why is every game just falling out of my head? Cybernator. It plays a bit like Cybernator-ish. Like a mech sort of platformer, but like shooting. A little bit like them Sega Saturn games. I can't remember what they're like. But yeah, what's wrong with me? Absolutely cool game. Again, this doesn't get talked about on the Mega Drive half as much as it should, because it's such like really like busy, visually impressive game. Bit like Gunstar Heroes-esque like sort of level of quality, and plays different to that, but yeah, Gunstar Heroes gets talked about all the time, whereas this one doesn't. Oh, Ranger X, that's it, Ranger X. I mean, it's got an X in the title, so this is X Ranza. I guess that Ranza is the name of the mech suit. Why it got changed to Ranger X, I don't know. I guess it's a more a Western style name. X Ranza maybe confused a few of us English speaking folk. But yeah, absolutely pleased to get this again. So this is usually over £100 game, and I got it for less than that. I like quite a lot less than that. So, in fact, I think I've seen this for like 200 quid at some points when Japanese collection was like at its height. Crazy that people would spend that, and I've spent less than half of that. Crazy. So next up we've got, that's all the retro. So if anyone doesn't like modern gaming, well, it's not modern actually anymore. In fact, let me just separate everything to PS5 and PS4. I should really organise all this stuff in advance, but you know me, I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. I just pull stuff out of a shelf and then try and remember to talk about something. Next up we have got the Doom, what's it called? Anthology. So this has got Doom 1, 2, 64, Doom 3, Doom Reboot and Doom Eternal all on, like, I don't think it's all on disc. And I think that's what the annoying thing is about this. Is it even on a disc? Is it just, this actually might just be a download code? I can't remember. I just know that there's a lot of hoo-ha about this, but this cost me like 12 quid or something in the game sale, maybe 15 quid in the game sale, and it comes with a little BFG, yeah, big fucking gun, isn't it? BFG model, and then it comes with a steelbook inside is what it comes with. Yeah, not an actual disc, I don't think, which is wild. I think this was like 80 quid or something when it came out, and it's like, why do these companies think that we want a download code? I mean, you could get these Doom games, we've all got multiple times over and over again. But yeah, it's a cool little collector's piece. Don't know where the hell I'm going to put it. Right, next up, PlayStation 4 games. So, in the Argos sale, I've got Raph, what's it called? Aeon of Ruin. So this is a boomer shooter. Absolutely been loving my boomer shooters over the last couple of years. And what's significant about this is it's by 3D Realms, Kill Pixel and Fulcrum. Yeah, obviously 3D Realms is the studio that everyone knows Duke Nukem and stuff like that for. So yeah, inspired by the icons of the 90s, passionately crafted by loving veterans of the Quake scene. So I think this one obviously plays a bit more Quakey than it does any of the other ones. I didn't actually play Quake too much, but yeah, absolutely loving the resurgence of these kind of games. And talking of which, I had to get this again at Argos sale. These are like about 10 quid each, I think. I don't know if the sale's still on. I don't know. Like I say, a lot of this stuff has been bought ages ago. Graven, again, another 3D Realms. And it's still by Fulcrum, but it's got a different publisher or developer there. So another boomer shooter, probably more like in the realms of, what was that one called? Heretic, maybe? A little bit more sort of like medieval sort of style look to it than sort of like a surreal sci-fi look. So yeah, looking forward to playing these. Might have to get these on my to play. I might get another. I used to get these piles of games to play just so I don't have to like go through my whole collection. And yeah, this definitely needs to go onto the pile along with this one as well. So I know. What do you call it? Callum suggested this in one of his. Was it like how many games you can play in 24 hours? He played this and said it's a must play. So I went on to CX and I got it for like 30 quid. And then I didn't realise it was a Red Art Games. So it's from Red Art Games, used for 30 quid. And I was like, oh my God, as if I paid that much. And then not only just that, but to rub salt into the wounds, there was a Red Art sale and it was like a tenner. But I'm led to believe it's a good game, so that's all that counts. I've got the game now, I can play it. It's gonna get. I think this is gonna go on my to play list right now. So I think it's just like a short game, a very story based game. I think it's one that's a bit like Journey crossed with sort of like Limbo. That's what I'm kind of getting across from it. I'm trying not to like look at too many spoilers or anything. But yeah, embark on an emotional journey that is the loss of the love of one's life. So yeah, that's intriguing. And talking again, really enjoying these style games. Where did I get this from? I think this was also in the game sale, which I think I got with Doom, and it's Endling. Extinction is Forever. So yeah, this is sort of like a cell shaded. Is it cell? It's not even cell shaded. It's just like a flat 2D style sort of game where I think you play as a fox, and I guess you're trying to survive as best as you can. I heard a lot of good things about this one. Oh God, it's got a loose disc. Let's see if we can sort this out. There we go. Not loose anymore. So yeah. Next up, I can't believe I've not got that. Not had this before, but this is a loose disc. Fortunately, I can sort that out. Bloody cases are terrible. But yeah, we got Tony Hawk's 1 and 2. So I got this. This is the last game I got. I think I paid £8 delivered off eBay for this, which absolutely. I thought with the new game coming out, this one would have actually rose up in price a little bit, but I guess not. Everyone's selling this to get the new one. But yeah, I mean, people probably don't really need to know the story, but I love all the Tony Hawk games. I'm a rollerblader. However, I used to sort of like, there was not that many rollerblading games, especially then. In fact, I don't think there was when Tony Hawk came out. So I sort of like played these games with my view of rollerblading. Like, what if I came up to this obstacle? What did I do with rollerblading? I just did it on a skateboard instead on the game. So yeah, still phenomenal game. I mean, sort of the soundtrack alone is worth it. Obviously, people love that soundtrack. I can remember it used to frustrate me because it was like, it kind of got all these bands that I used to love like into the limelight, and I was like, oh, I thought it was cool because I was like the only kid at school that knew them just from rollerblading videos. So obviously that's why there was in there. Next up, I can't remember how much this was, but this was on an Amazon sale, and it is Jedi Survivor, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So played the first one. The first one was a great game, but like it had phenomenal bits, then very average bits in between it all. Really cool action game, but what I've heard is this game is much more balanced game where it's like, I think it's pretty much good throughout. Yeah, really looking forward to playing it because I really enjoyed the first one. It's going to be something I need to stick some time into because I'm sure it was about 30 hours the first game, 20 to 30 hours. It was quite a long game for my standards at least anyway. So I'm assuming this will be pretty much the same, I'm hoping. Just got to find some time to, probably when summertime comes. Next up, oh, this one might be a good one to play. 2-player. This was, I think this was like £8 as well. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. I think from this I'm sure it's got the same sticker as the Argus, but it's not. I'm sure I got this from Amazon. Like I said, I've got a lot of this stuff ages ago and I just can't remember where everything's from. But yeah, this is a Konami rhythm adventure game, which alone just sort of like intrigued me, but it's also got 2-player like adventures. You can go on this on 2-player and like I think have versus modes and stuff like that where it's just sort of like mini games. It's Konami based, so I think there's a lot of stuff like Castlevania music in there, and like a lot of stuff from like the Konami's back catalogue. So just again, I just love that idea of just like bringing in other franchises just to sort of relive little moments, and for such a cheap game, I thought, why not? Talking about cheap games, well, this one definitely wasn't, but I just got a feeling this one might be a hard one to find in the future, and it's the PlayStation 4 version of Fatal Fury. Now, why have I not got the PS5 version? Well, because in my arcade machine is a PS4, so I wouldn't be able to play it, and this is a game I want to play in the arcade. So yeah, really looking forward to having this. Like I say, everyone's getting the PS5 version, so the PS4 version sort of being left behind. There's no special edition of this. I would have liked to have got the special edition, but obviously can't have everything, can we? So yeah, it's City of Wolves, isn't it? So Yeah, everyone loves the Fatal Fury franchise. I do like it, but I just find the movesets to be too confusing for me, because obviously I, like most people, understand the Street Fighter moves, and obviously there is moves that are Street Fighter specific, but there's a lot more going on with the Fatal Fury games that I find, and I think I frustrate myself knowing that I've kind of gone past my prime of playing these kind of games, where I don't have that time to put into them as much as I would like. However, it looks fantastic. I was watching, what's his name? Welsh guy. Oh my God, was something Fighter 2, another fighter, not Pete Fighter 2, but the other Fighter 2, Tony Fighter 2. Yeah, I was watching him over a couple of streams playing this, and yeah, he plays them and like just does all of the stories and just keeps going and going and going, and that's probably what I'll do with this, to be fair. I will like to complete this, not 100%, but like with as many characters as I can. Yeah, so looking forward to that, playing that. And so we're going to go. This is my pickup of the year, I think. I think this is going to be quite a rare one to get for PS4 collectors. And it is Iden Chronicles 100 Heroes. Now, this is the PAL one specifically on PS4. So obviously everyone knows this, but it's one of them games that's sort of like hidden, because the only way you could get this was by a Kickstarter, and then I think a lot of people cashed in their PS4 versions to get the PS5 version or the Switch version, because everyone's like, oh, Switch is going to be so rare to collect for. Yeah, and then it just became common as muck, leaving this behind. And I think there's only like 1,000 copies of these for a AAA, like big named game like this. I think that's going to make this very hard to come by. One of my friends got this, and he was the one who put it to my attention, because I always thought that this was a retail release game, the PS4 version, and I can remember thinking, oh God, can't find it anywhere. I'm sure it is, because I always remember Generation Pixel picking up, and I was like, well, I'm going to get the PS4 version. When I find a PS4 version, I'll pick that up. And I just couldn't find one after that at all. So then I just put a search on, kept watching, and I forgot, because I stopped picking up games, especially games from eBay, especially rare games or anything like that. But my mate, he sent me a link and was like, there's a shop in France that seems to have got like a bunch of them, and I bought some. I bought the one. I should have bought some, to be fair. Just cashed in the notion that this could be a rare game to get in the future, because I think you can get them on eBay quite cheap at the moment, but I don't think they're going to be cheap. Once people realise that this was actually a thing, and once people have got the initial stock of it, I don't think this is going to be a cheap game anymore. Could be wrong. I'm not always right about everything. But yeah, definitely think that's the case. So yeah, that's all my PS4 games. So what have I got? PS5. Well, next up we got Signy, All GunsBlazing. Now a few people got this recently because it was like a tenner. Funny thing about this is I wanted to have a bit of a gaming day, and I had this on my mind. I watched a video about it. I think, was it the Electric Underground maybe who did it? One of them lot anyway. And even though they were saying bad things about it because it was made for beginners, I still got intrigued by it. Still wanted to play it, and I thought, right, I'm gonna go sit down, put it in, play it. And I didn't have it. I just had in my head that I already picked it up, because I remember seeing it cheap a while ago, and I thought I picked it up then. And obviously I didn't. Must have thought, nah, I'll get that another time. But yeah, another time finally came around, and I've got it in my collection now. So Signy, All GunsBlazing. It's a twin stick shooter, which is like a twin stick shooter in the vein of a normal shmup, I believe. So it's using modern controls already, which is probably going to frustrate me a little bit. But yeah, a few people have been playing it recently, and they're saying that it's quite hard. So I'm intrigued to find, is it hard, is it not? So, I don't know. Next up, we've got another shmup. In fact, from this collection of games, I did actually buy a lot more. But yeah, there was a Red Art sale on, and I picked up this. I'm gutted I didn't get the one with the slipcover, but I think this was like a tenner or something. So why not? It's 1917, The Alien Invasion DX Remastered. So yeah, I don't really know much about it. This sort of like... I only got brought to the attention of this by Marcus, Dad and Lads, when he picked it up, and he had the nice slipcase version of it. So yeah, I don't really know much about it, but he's got a pretty cool cover, especially when it's a slipcase. Maybe I'll find a slipcase in the future. Yeah. And then also we got one of the Rag Indies, Red Raptor, the PS5 version. So I don't think there is a PS4 version of this. These are very simple shmups. East Asia Soft, whenever they like publish a game, they're so easy, but there's something about them. I'm assuming this will be an easy platinum, so there is that. They're just these kind of games that they're just fun to play, but you'll just completely forget about them. Yeah, I think less than a tenner again, so why not? One that I nearly bought on the Switch quite a while ago, because it looked like a great game. But recently, I think this year at least anyway, a PS5 version came out. And it is Illusion Island, featuring Mickey and Friends. So yeah, this was a Switch exclusive for a little bit. It's a Metroidvania in the Illusion series. Is this part of the Illusion series? Because I suppose the Illusion games were by Sega. They were developed by Sega. So is it part of the series, or they're just putting Illusion on there as a bit of adding to nostalgia? Yeah, quite interesting to know about that. But yeah, the game looks completely different to any of the Illusion games. It's got its own unique style. I don't know if this style of Mickey Mouse is used like on modern cartoons or not. I don't really know enough. Mickey Mouse is really sort of like fallen out of the limelight these days. I mean, when you think of Disney, you don't really think of Mickey Mouse anymore, but obviously that's the flagship character. But yeah, the kids nowadays, do they know who Mickey Mouse is? I don't actually know. But yeah, really looking forward to playing that one if I ever get time. Also from Amazon, I think this was like 15 quid, Slave Zero X. This is strange. I think this is a Dreamcast game originally, Slave Zero. Am I thinking of that? Am I thinking of the right game? So there was definitely a game that was on the Dreamcast that got turned into a 2D style actions hack and slash. Am I thinking of the right game here? Is it Mac and X? This used to be. Is this from the Mac and X series? Someone can probably tell me if they've stayed on this far at least anyway. But yeah, Biopunk World of Slave Zero X. Fact is, even as a standalone game, this looks like a fantastic game. So yeah, it's sort of like these big style pixel graphics. Fantastic. Really looking forward to that. And then we're on the last game. And it is Plucky Squire on the PS5. Again, this game looks absolutely incredible. It looks like one of them games that, like, I don't know, could be a very big cult classic. I've heard a lot of good things about this. It sort of brings a lot of like gameplay styles, visuals, and then brings them all into like one world, and like you just constantly playing and readapting to how to play the game. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this. Devolver, who make the game, or at least published it, pretty much if you got Devolver on the box art for a game, you know you're onto a winner. So yeah, I had to get the special pink spined version. Here you go, James, a pink spine for your new PS5 collection. So you need to get this game at least. There's probably a shmup level in here, maybe even a racing level in here, so it'll fit your collection quite well. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know when the next pickups video will be, even if there will be one this year. I don't know. Probably say that and then all of a sudden I'll have just like amassed another load of games. I'm sure there's a few racing games that I wouldn't mind getting, thanks to James as well. Modern Import Gamer, Modern Pal Gamer, that's what he needs to change his channel to, isn't it? So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.